guys, Ron Divine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always. So today I was talking with my neighbor, and I have a projector out on my front porch and the screen, and I forgot to put my projector screen up today before I left, and we were having a storm coming through, and I wasn't at home, so I sent him a text message saying, "Hey, are you home? Can you put up my projector screen for me before the storm comes? This way here it's not getting blown all around." And so he texted his little brother who was at his house to come over and do it. And so about 15 minutes later, his brother wasn't there. And I'm like, okay, let me get a hold of one of my other neighbors so that they can go over and do it, because, these storms were pretty bad. There were some strong winds where I was at least. I don't know exactly how strong they were here. But, and his brother finally came over after my other neighbor already lifted it up for me. And so we started talking, and I said, I just got a little worried. I didn't want my screen to get ruined, I paid a lot of money for this stuff. And he said, "Ron, there's no growth in the comfort zone." And I'm like, wow, you know what? That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. I'm going to talk about no growth in the comfort zone, because it's so true. Now, it wasn't necessarily applicable to this situation, but for your everyday life. See, so many of us feel like we need to be comfortable with everything that's happening around us. And what we tend to not understand is that realistically, in the comfort zone is a place where you're not actually doing well. Because when you're happy with everything that's happening around you, it means you're not stepping out. It means that you're looking for the easy way out. That you have this idea, this mentality that says if things aren't always okay, then that means that there's something wrong. And guys, it's the exact opposite. If things are always okay, if things are always going right, that means that you are not doing something right. You are not stretching yourself. You are not positioning yourself for growth. And we talked about this many times, that there is no growth in the comfort zone. You have to be able to get out of the comfort zone. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I mean, it's the easiest way to put it. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And why do you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable? Because if you want to succeed in this life, you are going to go through different things that are going to try you. You are going to have different circumstances come against you. You are going to have different things in your life that are going to make you decide to either continue to press forward and be the best person that you can be, or get into that little comfort zone and say, you know what, I'm just going to stay right here because everything is okay here. Nothing is great, but I'm okay, And when you feel like you're okay, then you position yourself for failure. Because anytime you are okay in life, it means you are not pressing the bounds. Like I said, and you'll always hear me say it, there is no growth in the comfort zone. You have to be willing to get off of your butt and go do something that challenges you every single day of the year. If you are not challenging yourself every day with at least one thing, that means that you are not positioning yourself for success. When you look at everything that happens in your life, all the negative habits, all the negative things that are around you, and if you're not willing to challenge those, if you're not willing to position yourself to understand that right beyond this line, there is a breakthrough. Right beyond this situation, there is something greater. Remember what we talked about with understanding a woman going through birth? Remember that conversation we had where, she goes through 9 months of intensive different functionalities within her body. The first 3 months of extreme hunger and morning sickness, and then the second 3 months, and then the third 3 months, she just wants that baby out of her body. And then all of a sudden, the most beautiful thing is born. The most perfect thing in her world at that moment was just birth. But you see, she couldn't do that if she was in her comfort zone. Nowhere during those 9 months is she comfortable, right? And so you got to understand that if you want to give birth to something bigger and better than where you're at right now, if you want to give birth to something that is beyond what your mind can comprehend right this moment, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to position yourself to realize that no matter what I do in life, if I am not uncomfortable in it, then it's too easy. It means that I'm not growing. It means that I'm not doing something right. Now, you can challenge me on this, but you'll lose, I guarantee you. Because you have to understand that there is not one person that is a self-made millionaire that became a self-made millionaire by being comfortable. There is not one person that has the emotions and the love and everything else working in them that was comfortable doing it. Think about love for a second, okay? You have to give 100% trust to this other person, and knowing that they're going to hurt you at some point in time, but you still gotta give them that trust, right? And they have to do the same thing for you. So when you look at being uncomfortable, we look at these situations and we don't realize that, wait a second, when I'm giving my heart to somebody, I have to be uncomfortable for a while until I get to know them. My heart's going to get broken. But why don't we take this stance in every single area of our life, with our finances? Why don't you give a little more? With our emotions, love a little more. Be that love. You know, you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to position yourself to understand that when I go throughout my day, I need to seek out situations that are gonna make me uncomfortable. I need to seek out situations within my own body, within my own soul, that make me uncomfortable, right? Because nothing in life comes easy. I mean, if it comes easy, you're going to take it for granted and you're not going to do anything with it. We've already talked about this, right? So you need to understand that every day I need to search out something that's going to make me a little uncomfortable. I'll tell you what, these videos for me every day make me a little uncomfortable because they're not scripted. I don't know what I'm going to speak about until I set that camera down and I start talking. Right? You can probably tell that they're not scripted because they sometimes go off on tangents and so forth, whatever. But I don't care. I'm willing to do it because I don't script everything out because I don't want it to be comfortable. I want it to be real. I want you to understand my heart. I want you to understand that there's something bigger and better than me and you. There's something more to this life. And if we get out of our comfort zone, we can actually start to see bigger and better things happening. Right? So what I want you to really start to do every single day, I want you to look within yourself. What are you uncomfortable with within yourself? There are things in your life that every single person, I don't care who you are, every single person has things in their life they're not comfortable with. They're bad habits or whatever it is. Remember, and this is one thing, I'm going to give you a little nugget out of my course, the new course that's coming out. It takes 66 days to break a habit and form a new one, okay? And when you get to that place where you're out of your comfort zone for 66 days, now you can start to create a new life. Now you can start to have those extra benefits, those new things you desire in your life that will take place of those old, nasty, wretched things that are going on in there. Because let's be honest, that's what they are. You know, they're bad habits that each and every one of us have, you know. And so when you get out of your comfort zone and you say, you know what, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to position myself in the next 66 days to do this. Man, it's amazing how much you can change in your life in such a short period of time, right? But you have to be willing to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because you cannot do it unless you know that there is something bigger and better at the end of that 66 days, right? You have to know that. And when you do, man, the world starts to change around you. Think about that, guys. 66 days to break a habit and form a new one, okay? And that's with anything in life. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want to eat a healthier lifestyle, you need 66 days to make it happen. Consecutive days. Okay? But can you do that if you're comfortable with where you're at? No. And let me ask you this. What does the world want you to be? Comfortable. Right? When the world tells you you need to be something, you need to understand that you need to be the exact opposite, because you are bigger and better than this world and what the news and what other people tell us, because they only want us to be hindered. They want us to live a life of mediocrity. And I don't know about you. I lived a lot of years of being very poor and very, very mediocrity, and I am done with it. I know that you have areas in your life that you are saying right now, what do I need to stop being comfortable with? What I want you to do, guys, is take 66 days. 66 days. Break that habit. Break that mediocrity. Break that whatever it is in you. Get uncomfortable for the next 66 days. And watch yourself grow. Watch yourself become the better version of yourself. Guys, it's that simple. Believe it or not. Well, I mean, it's not simple because it's never simple getting out of your comfort zone. But you can do it. I have faith and trust in you. Because why? Because I know you're watching this video. You're watching my other video. You're getting that daily motivation. You're getting that encouragement you need that you might not get from your friends, your family. But I'm here, guys. I'm always here to try to help you. I'm always here to try to position you to be the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Because that's my heart. My heart is to just change the world one person at a time. And through you, and you doing what I'm doing to somebody else, we can change this world in no time. Stop and think about that. Imagine our world walking in love and victory every single day. That's the way it was designed to happen. But it starts with you. It starts with me. Let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's make this happen today. Start today. Guys, comment down below, like my videos. Let me know what I can do to assist you guys. Make sure that this video goes out to somebody that needs to get out of their comfort zone. Make sure you share this with somebody who needs to hear this message, because this message will change your life. It will change their life. It will change the world if we will all just get out of our comfort zone. Anyways, guys, make sure you like my YouTube, subscribe to it. Make sure you go and like my Facebook and my Instagram. And well, as always, guys, I'm just trying to give you the spirit of increase so we can change this world one person at a time. Let's make it happen. Let's start today. All right? As always, make sure you create yourself a fabulous day.